Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Death End Request. So, the last time we were here, we went, I guess, half naked Super Saiyan, fought a dragon, and we were attacked by the king. So now here we are. Alright, so I'm assuming the voice acting is off, so I guess I gotta read. Okay. If I made it out this far, I'm safe, right? Hello? Say something. Why are you silent all of a sudden? Say. Well, that doesn't sound good. I guess we're at Frankenstein's lab while we're at it. I don't hear your voice. Just who am I? I feel ready to crumble. You don't know who you are? Huh? You're the bug from earlier, aren't you? You can speak? I hate feeling left in the dark. I want to know everything. I mean, it's me. Why wouldn't I? But I don't know. I'm completely lost. I have no idea what to do with myself. This guy comes out of nowhere and totally shakes apart everything I thought I knew. I mean, those memories of leaving home are so real, I could practically taste them on my tongue. But I didn't sense any hint of deceit in his voice, so I want to believe him. It's all too much for me right now. There are so many things I need to ask you. What happened a year ago? Where are you at this very moment? Where was I? How am I supposed to know? I'm here. Answer me. You scared? Yeah, I'm terrified. What if I'm not who I think I am? What did he mean by my programming? Are my memories nothing but lies? Am I really alive? Do I even exist in this world? Well, I mean, it is VR, so in a sense, yes, in a sense, no. Because you could just always, like jack out. Of course you exist. Sheena Nindo. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, I'm sorry. About time we got some audio. Alright. Seems like you heard me clearly this time. Sorry if I kept you waiting. I managed to whitelist our names in the game's text bank. Can you hear me down there? I'm Arata. Arata Mizunashi? Again, don't know if I'm pronouncing these names correctly. There's definitely someone in the comment section that's gonna be like, God damn it, Nick, you suck! Oh! Nino Mia? I might be pronouncing that wrong. That's my name? Yeah, that's your real name. Mizunashi. I can't believe I finally found you. I wish you knew how worried sick we've all been. You're safe in there, right? I was so scared I missed you so much. Apparently she just suddenly remembers him. Yeah, me too. Mizunashi? Where am I? Well, my dear, you're stuck in VR. Now, as to where your body is, that's a very good question. Only you know that one. Unless your memories are just so...
Wake up. Wake up.
Crap. I didn't realize I fell asleep. What time is it? 3 a.m. Not even morning yet, huh? Oh.
I know that feeling.
It's been a while since I've fallen asleep in the middle of work.
Working from home must be nice.
Come to think of it, I'm starving. What do I have around here to eat?
Okay. My name is Arata Mizunashi. I'm 27 years old, I'm a programmer. If I'm not at home, I'm at work. Ebbs and flows. Each second passed is just another line of code typed. When did I wake? And when did I sleep? When did I start working? When did I stop? When did I eat last? I don't ever take the time to ask myself any of these questions. Each day bleeds into the next, and no one bats an eyelash. But it's all okay. I'll just keep going on.
Oh yeah, a steamed melon pun. Guess I forgot to eat the lunch I bought. Delicious.
Again? You were obsessed with that bread.
Now I'm hungry. Talk about food, and I want food. Okay, guess we're at work now.
Huh?
The melon pawn? You practically eat them for every meal. Don't you get tired of the same thing?
That's me and pasta. This is where I work. Enigma Games. A small game development company where we work on software on behalf of a game publisher. Much of what we do is kept under wraps by non-disclosure agreements. My co-workers here, who show little care for NDAs, is Sumika Takiwa. Oh god, my pronunciation, and this is terrible. She works on a project separate from my team, but she is undoubtedly one of Enigma's top programmers.
And my dietary habits are none of your business.
This dude passed out at work.
I enjoy the taste, but that doesn't mean it's my favorite thing to eat. I guess I just don't have a craving for anything else.
Fair enough.
Forget that, Tokiwa. Aren't you swamped with work? Should you be hanging out with me?
Don't worry. I just finished working on a huge block of code, so I wanted to pick on you during my break. Here you go.
Whoa, take it easy. You shouldn't throw things without warning me. Oh, it's coffee.
She just threw
Thanks.
coffee at you?
No problem. Huh. Looks like someone had a productive evening.
What? What makes you say that?
Your code. I can see the progress you've made on your monitor. 300 lines in one day is something to be proud
Goddamn.
of.
Hey, don't you have another project to work on or something? You can't just peek at what I'm working on over here.
Oh, loosen up. Who cares? We're both employees for the same company. As far as I'm concerned, my work can be an open book.
Oh, that's
to
cool. At
you.
least she's a team player.
Yeah. That's why they separate us into cubicles, right? What's the real reason you're over here anyway?
That is also a fair point.
I already told you. I just wanted to pick on you. Seems like our most recent spat left a good impression on you. I know you've got the skill to pull it together. But ever since she went missing, you've seemed totally disinterested in this project.
She seems like the friend, she seems like the ball buster, but, she's not here to deliberately annoy us. She's not here to be like, I'm so much better than you. Yeah, like Minerva from Valkyria Chronicles. No, she actually seems like the buddy in the office,
Let's drop it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to reopen old wounds. I just hoped you could understand.
It's a personal problem. I just don't want to talk about it. It's not your fault, so don't worry.
That's not what I meant. You don't seem to get it, so I'll tell you as many times as you need to hear it. This isn't your fault. You shouldn't have to shoulder that burden on your own.
Right.
Hey, I just realized that bread you like so much, Sheena used to buy those from the shop downstairs, didn't she?
She did. She loved them so much. She used to
Oh.
buy them by the dozen for the office.
Let me guess. Before you knew it, you were hooked. Sounds like some Pavlovian training.
Huh?
What's the matter?
Pavlovian training, huh? I barely noticed.
I think everyone's entitled to slip into bad habits now and then. We just passed a year since Sheena went missing, haven't we?
Yeah. Which marks a year since the World's Odyssey project ended, too.
World's Odyssey, something abbreviated as WOD for short. Enigma staked the company's fate into developing a VR MMO program, which is short for a virtual reality massively multiplayer online game. Much of its larger development infrastructure was put into place by the well-known corporation Jiggle Incorporated. A few years ago, a game engine that they released made headlines. It was an immersive, cloud-based system known as the Alice Engine. Sheena Ninomi, a fresh-faced director full of imagination and enthusiasm, helmed the project. With her and the Alice Engine confirmed, I hopped on the project as the game's primary programmer. We set out to make something never made before, a fully realized fantasy world. However, in the middle of development, the Alice Engine began producing a series of bugs that were proving impossible to fix. To make matters worse, Sheena, our fearless director, had suddenly vanished. We had no choice but to halt development for WOD. We made it to the alpha stage of the build, but the assets were immediately frozen. And Jiggle froze their funding too. We heard it all. We knew that it couldn't be done. It was too much of a burden for some young girl to do by herself. I couldn't help but seethe with anger. hearing everyone shift the blame onto her and whisper behind her back.
When things go south, it's easy to push the blame onto a newer employee, but
That's true.
you're beating yourself up too much for how you handled having her on your team. From my point of view, at least, you weren't that strict. I don't think she took the pressure badly either. Don't be so hard on yourself.
What the hell? Cut me open, why don't you?
God damn.
It's practically written on your face. You're all, everything's my fault, or I'm so sorry, Sheena.
Leave me alone.
Hey, would you mind doing that face again?
Tokiwa puffed her cheeks playfully as she pointed her fingers towards my face.
What do you mean?
Come on, just one more time. I'll stop bothering you if you make that face again.
You make no sense. Just leave me be. If you won't, then I'll just go home.
Oh boy, and she's the annoying one in the office. Then, from out of the blue, something was thrown onto my desk.
Whoa, how about a warning first? Kind of pervy, don't you think?
What did she do?
Arta, I have the sample you asked for. I followed all your design specs, right? For a heroine-themed booby mouse pad.
Oh!
Not right now.
Wow. Did you ask the marketing team to work on samples for this? What a turn.
Oh!
Well, I guess considering our target audience, it shouldn't surprise me at all.
I think I followed your suggestions to the T, Arta. What do you think? Does it resemble Sheena?
Oh, no. I hope she didn't say Sheena. Maybe I missed that. This feisty woman is Lydia Nolan. Ah. She is Enigma's chief character designer. Her Japanese is so good that it's almost hard to believe that she's a foreigner. She's a master of the art of conversation, to the point that I can't keep up with how quickly she goes through internet catchphrases. She's a ball of passion who pours her soul into her work and her hobbies. It certainly shows.
Would you quit it?
Never mind. I thought she was
You
gonna be like
asked
the
for
annoying
this,
girl
Arta?
that's always screaming.
Don't tell me that you used Sheena as a
Oh, but she
model
did!
for the heroine.
She did! Oh, that's depressing.
About that.
Jeez. And you even went ahead and got the right proportions for her bust.
That's embarrassing.
It's a little too flat-chested, isn't it? Nothing that can't be fixed. Just need to add some padding over here.
Okay, good night.
He's done. He's had enough.
Stupid Arda.
Huh?
Okay, so no more acting for some reason. Today was tougher than usual. At least I've got this melon pan. Message, let's see. Spam. Spam. More spam. Yep. More spam here. Huh? And this is... Wait. Does this sender line say World's Odyssey Management? The subject just says, you've got an unread message. I should have turned the preview field on. I can't see what it reads inside, but it looks like there's an attachment here. What the hell? It might be a virus, so I shouldn't open it, but pretending to have to work on World's Odyssey just to send an email to someone who actually worked on the game is so stupid. Wait a second. That's when I put my mouse cursor over the sender line. The email address being displayed was Sheena@WOD.com. This is from Sheena? Seriously? It was a test email for Sheena. Again, I can't pronounce her last name, I'm sorry. The girl that had been presumed missing over a year ago. I didn't care that I could have been in spam or some kind of prank. Without a second thought, I clicked it open. Why am I getting an email from her address? Huh? Just as I saw, there was an attachment. I couldn't figure out with its extension what it was, but it was obvious that the file had been compressed. I tried my best to extract the compressed files with a few basic expansion tools, but for whatever reason, I couldn't open them. Even if I click on it, it won't open. Is it a strange zip file or something? I've never seen an email like this before. Try as I might, I couldn't open the attachment. My brain was being pulled from all directions. First the sender line, now this attachment? My frustration made my cheeks beat red, but there was nothing I could do to open it. What proxy server could this have come from? All the servers should be down. I was at a loss. My next course of action was to access the World's Odyssey servers, knowing full well they were probably deactivated. What? You gotta be kidding me. After we unplugged the server, the cache should have been emptied and deleted. How the hell is this happening? World's Odyssey? Hey, what's going on? The screen's becoming erratic. It's buggy as all hell. This is bad. It was nowhere near this messy when I last touched it. How would any bugs be able to penetrate a firewall if the device is shut down entirely? What if I open the control panel? Whoa, this is no good. These lines of code are totally jumbled. An entire year had passed since the incident. The disappearance of Sheena Ninomi? Again, I'm sorry. Of course, we had reported disappearances to the authorities immediately, but never had I been satisfied with how they chose to close the case. We were close teammates who had worked within arm's length for 2 years, which struck a friendship, and I'm sure that she'd agree. Sheena was wise beyond her years, but there were moments where her mind would drift off. The company had asked me to take Sheena under my wing so that not only would she be cultivating an understanding of our company, but she would also become an experienced professional, one that our company had planned on grooming to the highest echelon. When stresses from the job got the better of her, I'd notice her slip over to the bathroom where I knew she'd cry by herself in the stall. However, it was always done discreetly, never getting in the way from her giving 100%. Her unbridled enthusiasm always surpassed our team's expectations. But what made her truly special was the sincerity in her work. I know because I spent nearly every day with her. Sheena would never, ever walk away from her job without an explanation. This game was her life, her legacy. It's hard to imagine anyone walking away from it without any care or remorse. There has to be something fishy behind her sudden disappearance. Nothing else makes sense. The police didn't share my conclusion and were more invested in the belief that she willingly ran off instead of something more nefarious. As Sumiki mentioned, I've been feeling hollow ever since. All I wanted was an answer, something to make sense of the tragedy. I even thought I could hire a private investigator, but both her parents had passed away and she had no other surviving relatives. For anyone else, that would have been enough reason to leave it be, but neither Sumiki nor myself were willing to do so. Even as the two of us set about cleaning out her vacated office, we will find Sheena. Huh? Wait a minute. This is one active player moving in the server. That's impossible. Maybe if I check the player log, I can see a screen name or something. Account name Sheena. Status active. Last online 3 minutes ago. Sheena? You in there? Okay, so Sheena is somehow in this game, and her body is God knows where. Oh, I must have collapsed from fatigue after trying to escape the palace. Sorry, Mizunashi, I fell asleep. Huh? Mizunashi? He's being unresponsive again. Does that mean he logged out and hasn't returned yet? I'm in. Yes, it has to be. These are the plains of World's Odyssey. Right now, I'm sitting in front of Hardest Palace. What the hell was that? Yo! You scared me. Oh, are you? I'm Mr. Enigma. Your voice. Might you be Mizunashi? Yeah, it's me. Don't you recognize my skin? It's our company's mascot, Mr. Enigma. Oh, of course I do. He's so cute. Why are you using another character's skin? Well, I figured that chatting with you might be difficult if it was just my voice, so I hoped having a visual component would help. Besides, this character gives me access to parts of the code that I can't normally touch. Admins use this skin to crack down on troublemakers. In order to help you, I'll need to be able to identify errors in the code directly. This way, I can make changes in real time. Kinda perfect, don't you think? Tech savvy as always, Mizunashi. I think it's a terrific idea. There's one catch, though. You Because I'm an admin character, I'm not allowed to participate in battle. What? Don't stare back at me like that. I can't help it. I'm impressed by the level of graphical detail in Mr. Enigma. Thanks. Nice of you to mention it. Alright, let's try to make sense of what we know at this very moment. Your name is Sheena Ninomi. You are currently playing a game which you helped create. You remember that much, right? Yeah. So, about your body in the real world. What's the matter? You're blushing. Don't put it like that. It sounds so perverted. More than just a body, Mizunashi. What? A body's a body. How else should I describe it? Oh. If you don't like it... I'm sorry. If you don't like me referring to you as a body, then how about true form? Oh, body's fine. Alright, then. Going back to the subject at hand. Judging by your responses, it seems like you don't know where you are. Why is that? I wish you could tell me. It's disorienting for sure. This world feels more akin to reality than any other at the moment. If I look to my right or my left, I see the textures of World's Odyssey environment. I can feel the wind grazing my palm. Well, it's VR. Wherever you are, though, real you should be wearing the white rabbit on your head. White rabbit? They're VR goggles that are optimized for games, which have what we refer to as the Alice engine. The primary selling point is that it induces a dreamlike state for its wearer. Reality becomes indistinguishable from VR. Dreamlike state? Huh. Maybe I could see for myself. Huh? What are you doing over there? I'm trying to find a way to remove my goggles. How do I take them off again, Mizunashi? Well, in order for the VR to work, the game requires all of your brain's conscious energy. You can't move until you wake up, really. But don't tell me you forgot. I'm sorry, my memory's still so hazy. Hazy, huh? I wonder if her subconscious has trouble sorting her long-term memories with experiences she made in the game. Sheena, do you have any inkling as to when you started playing World's Odyssey? No. Every time I shut my eyes and try to recall my past, everything goes blank. The one thing I do remember is coding World's Odyssey with you and the rest of the team. If I focus too much on it, I feel nothing except for darkness, frigid loneliness. For a long time, I couldn't find anyone to talk with. My prevailing sentiment was that I felt scared to death. I see. Sheena, listen to me. In the real world, you've been missing for over an entire year. Missing? What, is that true? Yeah. We immediately filed a missing persons report with the authorities. Oh, I closed it, my bad. Tokiwa? I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name. Again, I'm sorry. And I had initially figured that you were involved in some kind of incident, so we've taken it upon ourselves to search for you. I should have asked you this right away, but was the choice to go missing of your own volition? I have no clue. It's tough for me to imagine how I got here in the first place. Much less who's responsible for it. I see. We were worried sick. Having considered all the possibilities of a dizzying extent, her resounding sentiment was in fact a fear. Perhaps she experienced some form of intense trauma that scarred her memories, making them inaccessible for the time being. Can't help but wonder what kind of incident might have left her in the state. You see, even with what I've retained of the real world, somehow it doesn't feel that as tangible as anything I've sensed in this world. Sure, I remember sitting next to you with my cup of coffee, working on lines of code, but I remember the sights and smells of walking on a meadow in World's Odyssey just as vividly. It might have been something to do with the Alice engine's artificial intelligence control kicking in. What? I have a suspicion that the game has identified you as an anomaly and is trying to erase you, or is trying to assume control of your character. Please don't tell me that. Just kidding. It's impossible for the AI to assume control of a human's consciousness as easily as I suggest. Why do you keep hugging me? Because you're so adorable. Adorable, come on! Huh? No, it wasn't like that. I was talking about Mr. Enigma, not you, Mizunashi. Don't worry. I don't find you cute. Wasn't fishing for compliments, but for her to do a 180 so adamantly is disconcerting on its own. Look, in any case, let's focus on logging you out of here so that you can wake up in the real world. Something unnerving is afoot, though. That enormous hole in the sky is unleashing a chain reaction of bugs all over this game. I see, so the hole in the sky was a bug? Mm-hmm. Where'd it go? Where did what go? I've been trying to access the Master UI panel to initiate a manual user logout, but the menu is nowhere to be found. You must be mistaken, there's no way that's possible. Wait, you're right, I can't perform the function on my end either. Do you think the bugs have something to do with it? We can't rule out the possibility, but our predicament could be more dire than we had originally anticipated. Meaning, in the same way that our names were somehow blacklisted from the in-game chat function, I see other signs of a third-party tampering in our code. Are you telling me that we've been hacked? Well, that's my guess, even so. Whoever it is, this person is in the know enough to identify the main programmer and the director of one of our unannounced titles. Blacklisting two of the key developers for this game before its release is a little suspicious, don't you think? My hair's standing just thinking about it. I mean, given the World's Odyssey servers are running when the project was halted over a year ago is a major red flag. So long as the source code is vulnerable in someone else's hands, we need to log you out as soon as possible to bring you back, but how the hell am I supposed to escape this world? I have no idea where I am, how I got here, and how to log out. Wait a minute. What about that failsafe function, remember? The ending engage. Well, you're right. I totally forgot about that. The beautiful thing about World's Odyssey is that despite being an MMORPG, there's a definitive end to it all. I wanted the players to return to reality in a sheer awe of what they saw. Experience unlike anything they'd ever seen before, right? Our wish was for our designs and stories to inspire gamers in the same way that we were inspired. Breathless and ecstatic. Yes! I can't help but feel frustrated that, for now, this is our only option to get you out of here, but for the time being, it'll have to do. So let's head to the penultimate world to destroy the final boss and catalyze the ending engage. Got it. Alright, I'm starting to feel like myself again. Feel like I can clear this game and log out, then I'll wake up in the real world in no time. I finally see Sumiki and Lydia, and you again. Okay, I messed up that line. I'm sorry. Right, I'll be right beside you until the very end. So don't you worry about a thing. Our next destination? The Mystic Sky Capital, Odyssia, right? You know the way there, right? Of course, I helped create it after all.
In order to reach Odyssia from Hardis, we'll have to travel to Sturful, the kingdom by the sea.
Then let's part ways for now. While you head there, I've got some investigating to do on this side.
What? You're leaving already?
Oh, Sheena, I'm gonna give you one warning for while I'm gone. Don't die, alright?
Huh? What do you mean?
It's a miracle that the server can run at all. The world is swarming with so many bugs that it's impossible to parse through the code. In fact, I'm holding my breath as I speak with you under fear that our connection could be cut off at any second.
So this is really a darker version of Sword Art Online, like literally to a T.
If you're ever killed in battle, or if you jump to a save point prematurely and hit the load function, there's a chance that it'll send a faulty signal to the server, which can reset our cache and disable our communication. Once we're cut off, there's no guarantee that we'd be able to connect once again.
Oh boy.
In other words, I would have to navigate my way to the end of the game on my
exactly.
Yes. I implore you to use extreme
Not for nothing though,
caution
if
while
you
you're
were
in
the
game.
game's lead designer, like if you were the one who I'm sorry, not read, but you made the entire game yourself, well not made, but you built this game. You helped build it. You were the director. You should know this game like the back of your hand. So you don't need Arata to help you. Granted, his help would be nice, and him maybe fiddling with the code to make your life a little bit easier would of course make it easier. But you shouldn't need him to help you guide. Or guide you there. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
By your own estimate, the game should require a minimum of 50 hours to clear the main storyline, right?
Well, if we include breaks and potential side quests, then it could take far longer.
While you're in there, you'll have to complete all the necessary side quests to access the true ending and initiate the ending engage.
Okay, so that's them telling us that. For us to beat the game and actually get the real ending, we gotta do a bunch of side quests too. This is gonna be a long ass series.
It'll be a pain in the ass, but being thorough while we can't access the manual logout screen is our best shot at the moment.
Got it. I'll do whatever it takes.
Cool. I'm gonna analyze some asset files for Odysseia and get back to you. In the meantime, you won't be able to reach me. Sorry.
It's fine.
Don't look so worried. I'll have my laptop on me the whole time. I'll be checking in on your progress as often as I can, okay?
One thing. What would happen if your PC were to enter sleep mode? Would that cut off our line of communication?
Very good
too?
question.
Is this your sly way of asking me not to let my laptop enter sleep mode? You worry too much. Anyway, I'll be on my way. See you later.
Oh. He left. Jeez. That guy really travels to the beat of his own drum. Someone could use a lesson on how to treat
Well, I
women.
mean, to be fair, this guy's gotta keep his job going. They're not just gonna let him take a vacation to help you. Then again, you know what? No, okay, I'm sorry. This is something I have to call out. This is something I definitely need to call out. This dude is looking for a close friend of his. She goes MIA for God knows how long. Suddenly, they find her online in a VR game, and that means her body is active somewhere, God knows where in the world. She could be at home. She could be in another country. Shit, she could be held hostage, and the way they're keeping her pacified is in VR. They don't know. So the only way they're saving this girl if she logs out, right? You literally have an entire development team with many, if not half that team at least, having worked on this game. Why doesn't he ring the alarm bell and go, hey guys, I found her. She's in VR. You guys come over to my house. Poke and prod at it. Help me figure this out. Tell them how serious it is, and then they're like, okay, we'll take it slow, take it easy, take it cautiously. Figure it out. Make up a bunch of new characters, all tag up together as a team, and help her get through this. No, why would we do that? Why would we do the logical thing? No. Logic? Shh. I looked at the palace, bad memories came flooding back to me, and I ran back outside. Oh, that was quick. Oh.
I'm so sorry. It was not my intention to startle
Is it just
you.
me, or does she have Jiggle physics? Am I noticing that?
Wait.
Is it bad that I immediately noticed that?
This girl looks like the one in that torn painting inside of the palace. Oh, I'm sorry. You scared me. I must apologize for approaching you like this. My name is Lily Hopes.
I think I can keep the dialogue running without the subtitles, which is interesting. Is it just me, or does she have jiggles? Am I seeing that, or is that just breathing? Maybe that's just me being me.
I recognize her. Lily was an NPC that I created to serve as a guide for new players. I don't remember her wearing this outfit in her original design, though. Do the bugs have something to do with this?
Either that, or if somebody's hacking the server, maybe they messed with it.
She has a buggy just like I do. Oh, I'm Sheena. Might you be the princess of this kingdom? Huh? Yes. As you said, I am Hardis's princess. Currently, however, I am one of its most wanted criminals.
Sheena, what gave you the clue that she was a princess? Could it have been the crown on her head? No.
Criminal?
I was locked behind bars in a cavernous cell, charged and imprisoned for assassinating the queen.
I mean, that's one way to move up in the family. Why wait for them to die when you can just bump them off real quick and pull a Macbeth? Alright, I hate to cut it here in the middle of a conversation, but I'm going to end it here, guys, because we're at 35 minutes, and I gotta be careful with YouTube. That's why I try to leave it in the 30-minute mark, but I will see you guys around the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this story, if you enjoy Death End Requests, leave some kind of activity on this video, as it helps out tremendously. So likes, dislikes, comments, bell icon, it all helps keep the algorithm pumping out our videos, helps the channel grow and send out to other people, and I do appreciate the help as it helps our community get even bigger. If you want to come join our community, link description below for our Discord and our Odyssey. No, Odyssey is also like YouTube. And then there's also Rumble. But we have Gilded, which is also Discord. It's confusing. Discord, Gilded, links in the description. If you want to come hang out with us, we have community events that we do on the occasion. We'll hang out, chat, and in general, we're all just a bunch of geeks who will sit there and just chat with one another, leave some memes, and have some fun. So feel free to join us. I will see you around the next one, guys. Thank you so much. Love you all. Have a fantastic night, everybody.